empowering futures, guiding students from the classroom into successful careers. What do we do? How can educators with oil help you to understand what educators can do in order to guide students from the classroom into career success? I have watched people, I have run across people now who are drifting in life, who don't know where they go, where they should be going, who don't know their purpose, who are trying to figure out or not trying to figure out. They don't know what they're doing is causing issues. They think they're good. They're sitting around doing nothing, scrolling through TikTok all day. What do we do? How do we get our students to understand that they have a whole life out there ahead of them, and that they have choices and they don't have to drift along? This is something that is bothering me right now. And I heard someone say, if something is bothering you, it's bothering God. Something is bothering you, that is someplace that you need to work. And I've met people who are struggling and they don't even understand they're struggling. That is the thing right there. They are not successful in life, not successful in relationships, not successful in a whole lot of things. And then they are happy just being content in where they are. And it's like, you want more. What do you want with your life? Can we discuss some goals? And they're like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a lawyer. I want to do. Really? Well, let's work on it. Let's do something to get you from point A to point B to A to Z. How do you get there? Let's work on that. And they have no goal. You go back and see them in a month. They're like, yeah, I know this is what I want to do. I thought about I need to do this and I want to do that. Well, let's work on it. Let's do something every day to move the needle to where you say you want to go. Let's do it. Let's work on it. People have no clue what to do, how to move, how to find success in their life. And that is something that I think teachers can help form, help guide when you have these children in your classrooms. We can start talking about reflecting on our interests and our passions. Talk to students about that. We can even give examples of things that we're passionate about, things that we are interested in, things that we enjoy, activities, subjects that we excel in. Stop. I heard somebody also today who said schools usually focus on the deficiencies of the students, where the students are lacking, but we should focus on the things where the students have strengths. And let's say this student is studying and they can remember everything. Let's find out, what can you do with that? What can you do with the fact that you could remember things, that you can remember things for a long time, that you can remember verbatim? Like, that is a gift. Some people have to study and study and study, and then others could just hear something one time and they got it. Like, let's see what it is that we can do to help someone, guide them along the way. We can help them set goals. You remember we talked about those SMART goals. We talked about having SMART goals. We talked about that they have to be measurable, they have to be specific, they have to be achievable, relevant, and time bound. They have to have a time frame. So we can talk to our students about that, short-term goals and long-term goals. What is it that you want to do? You say you want to be a doctor. Let's see how you get there. You say you want to be a business owner. You love trucks. You want to drive trucks. You want to fix trucks. What is it that you want to do? You saw somebody doing something that you thought was awesome and you were interested in that. Let's work on something. Let's see what we could do every day to achieve, you know, these goals in various aspects of their life, such as career, education, personal development, relationships. What is it that we need to do to get to where you want to go? Like, just say, I want to be a teacher. What do I need to do to be a teacher? Every time I come across a teacher, I love what they do and I want to do that. So, what do I have to do to be a teacher? Every teacher, we already know, if they want to work in a public school, if they want to make a couple dollars, they have to have a bachelor's degree. You have to have a bachelor's degree in education. You may get a bachelor's degree in something else and then go the what is that route called? Alternative route. That's the way I went. I started out trying to be. I didn't start out trying to be a teacher. I wanted to be something else, psychologist. But then I decided I want to go to school and be a teacher. So I went and majored in education. That lasted for a few months because I didn't have a car. Went to school in the country. So I had to figure out what I want to do. I changed my major, but then I start working in the business field, and then I still wanted to be a teacher. So I had to figure out what I need to do. Go step by step. I was told I needed to get my a job, get a certificate, and work like that. And you can't get a certificate till you have a job. It was confusing, but I came to New Jersey, and they helped me step by step. So, and then students, you can help them explore different careers. You know, we have career fairs where different people come out to our schools and discuss their career. What is it they do? You know, we could bring guest speakers. We could help with internship with students because they could intern a few different places in their years. And right now, I teach elementary, so we could discuss careers, and we could um, investigate. You know, we could research different careers. That's something we could do with our students. With I know with my regular, my students are in second grade, and we could look at their skills and their and assess where they are. Like some students may can draw like a lot. Some people they can draw, and so they might be an artist. Maybe they might want to do something in art. They might want to be an art teacher if they're good at it. So there's a lot of strengths. We might have students who are speakers. You know, they might speak all the time. They may be great orators. They might be great communicators. You know, we need a lot. There's a lot of so many jobs where communication is it. Most jobs, you have to be a great communicator. But you may want to be, I know somebody who's on the news. You know, you may want to do that. There's so many things that you can do as, you know, with their skills that they have. You know, they may be able to have the perfect penmanship. They may be able to do something with that. You know, there's so many things. They may um, I'm trying to think of what. They may love cars. They may love helping people. There's so many careers that they could look into where they could do, you know, work on their skills that they have. You know, there's so many skills. Um, we could also, there are also skills assessments that will help you with a career to see what your skills are. There are so many things in that your skills that align with certain positions. Be you might be a great leader. They might be the person who everybody goes to when something goes wrong or they need help. You know, and then they once they find out what it is they want to do, we can help them with their education planning. Because I'm telling you, I'm seeing people out here drifting. They don't go to college. You don't need college for every career. They might go to college and then wasting somebody's money and owing $100,000 at the end of the time for something they didn't even need to go to school for. You understand? That is something that we could work on with our students. You know, education play. They may just need to go to vocational school when they get in ninth grade, 10th grade. You know, do something like that. They like doing hair, and they always doing their doll's hair, their mom's hair, whoever's hair, and then you could help them, lead them. Go to vocational school for that. You don't have to wait till you get out of high school to go to college for cosmetology. You could do that in high school. You know, that kind of stuff. They may need to go to college. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. You have to go to college for that. You can't get around that. You can't say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to self educate. You can't, not for those positions. You cannot. Teacher, you cannot. Even though going to college to be a teacher, they don't really teach you how to teach. I don't know what they teach. I had early childhood development classes and things like that. I don't know. You have some curriculum classes, courses. It depends, but they really don't teach you how to teach. They definitely don't teach you how to teach. You know, you may want to work as an apprentice with somebody. You can work with somebody in cars, in electrical, anything. You can work as an apprentice and get you licensed through them and things like that. You know, and what it is, the requirements, and the research that you need to find that career. These are things, again, that our students are longing for, they're yearning for somebody to help direct them and give them the direction to go, and help them with the skills that they need to do whatever it is that they need. We can help, work on their strengths. And then some things, if you're weak in something, you don't need to strengthen your weakness. You may need to be able to get in a position where you get somebody to do that. You know, I might not be great at working with my hands, but I'm a great speaker. Things like that. So what can I do? I may not need to work with my hands, or if I need a position where somebody needs to work with their hands, I'll hire somebody, or me and somebody will go together and work on it. Like, just say you start a business. I'm good with money, and you're good with the people. You're a good communicator, so I'll sit back here and work with the money, and you work up front. That's how people do go to business together. You know, and we can help our students with decision making. What will they weigh their options? Consider the potential outcomes of what can happen if I go to college. What would I come out with? What could I do after that? What would happen if I go to trade school? What would happen after I get out of trade school? We can help them make informed decisions, do some research for their path, for their career path. Because I would hate to see students of mine get out of high school and then they're just drifting. They're going nowhere. They're living at home with their parents, having nothing to do, getting with their friends. They're on TikTok, Instagram, playing all day. You know, we can help them find a support system. People who mentor them, counsel them, all the resources they need to get to where they want to go. Help them write their goals, like for real. Go back to their SMART goals, short term and long term. Sit down and help them write their goals, saying, "These are all the things that I love, and let's work on the one. Work on them, look at them, read over them, find the one that really pulls and tugs at their heart, and then find out where they would like to live. Put it all together, what relationships that they have that they don't want to get rid of. And then finally, they could go through deducing by saying, what can I do without? Give me 4 things right here that you can do without, that you don't need it. Then keep on going till you narrow it down. Things like that. In the support system, we have all kind of counselors at school, help the students with our transition from school to adulthood. We need this, and I promise you, this is a whole inspiration. This episode is an inspiration from somebody who's an adult, who that I talked to, and a few adults. Not I just said one, but one really triggered some things in me where we have to work on this. I don't care if I'm not related to you, we're not friends. You need some help. Take my help. If you don't want, you take what you want from my help and leave what you don't. That kind of stuff. And then we help with them with their life skills. Kids are leaving school things that we didn't learn, and now I wish I knew back. From like financial literacy, communication skills, problem solving abilities. Things that are essential for both success and personal and business and professional life. Time management. Instead of sitting around you wasting time you're never going to get back, we could be working on something during that time. I remember years ago I was reading a book, and it had to do with maximizing my time, using every moment for some activity towards some goal, which was awesome. And I did it, but I didn't do it the right way. I was doing it as I would read. I was doing things that I was reading during that time. I would read the Bible during the time. It helped me a lot. I don't say I should have said that. I couldn't think what I was reading until I started talking. But yeah, different things maximize it. Now, if sometimes I sit and I do nothing because I don't feel like it. But then there's times that I'm sitting there working towards my goal, and that's what we have to do. Work towards our goals. You know, practice those life skills, those problem solving skills, those any skill, financial literacy, things that I know now about finance that I wish I knew then. We learn about uh, accounting, balancing a checkbook and that, but we don't know about financial literacy, how money works, how you should save, how much you should save, what you should put aside, how you have to give an account for every cent. Instead of just spending willy nilly, you paying your bills and then whatever's left, you just do what you want. No, give an account for every cent. Have a budget. You know, every penny is accounted for. Somebody comes to borrow money, you're like, oh, I didn't put that in my budget. I remember my niece used to do that. Like, you have to talk to me a month in advance if you want to borrow some money. You're never going to need a month money to borrow money a month in advance. So it wasn't in her budget, but I could put it in my budget for next month. So you account, okay, this is how much money I'm going to lend for this month, 20, 30, 40, $100. I'm not going to lend anymore. So I have that to lend. If somebody comes and they need to borrow it, I have it. But I put an account. How much am I going to save? How much am I going to put in that saving account? How much am I going to put into my um, emergency fund? You know, and how much am I going to invest? How much is going to cost to pay my bills? How much am I going to save for vacation? You have all these accounts and put your money in those different places. That is something we need to learn back in high school before we get to earning our first dollar. We need to teach our students that. You know, our students are not learning this. I heard a lady say, Tiffany Aliche, she said that she fought to give financial literacy in schools. And I don't know if it's there or not. It's that every student gets financial literacy courses. And I hope that is true. You know, and we can motivate and encourage our students, celebrate their achievements and their milestones, celebrate with our students, make sure that they have what they need, that they get it from us. You know, we say, um, we are here to teach and we're here to teach a particular thing. But I believe we need to have well rounded students leaving our schools. We definitely need well rounded students leaving our schools ready to go into their career, the workforce, be a productive citizen, but mostly be well rounded in financial literacy and time management and problem solving skills and communication skills. You can communicate, you can do almost anything, you know, if you're a good communicator. And then we have to do that positive encouragement, positive reinforcement to boost their confidence. Students have no confidence, they're leaving and they don't know what to do with themselves. You know, they don't think they're able to do anything. Then also we have to continually guide our students. I know sometimes parents are not equipped. They don't know what to do, how to do it, you know, what to say to their children to get them to go in the direction they need to go. Maybe they didn't have it. You know, we didn't have it. So, uh, some people did, some people didn't. But continually guide them, explore different paths, to make decisions, to navigate challenges throughout their journey. Encourage them to adapt and adjust their plans. All right, we make a plan and we like, I want to drive trucks, and then something happens that you like, I don't really like trucks like that. I thought I did. You know, they can adjust. Oh, you don't have to be dead set on that. Let's work on something else. You know, you have evolving interests and evolving circumstances. There's not always a cookie cutter response for things, or not everybody is the same. Sometimes students think they want something, but they like a variety of things. You know, so we got to also teach them about resilience, because life has a way of showing you what it's all about, and we have to be resilient. Teach our students to be resilient. That being that resilience and perseverance in achieving their goals is like the utmost. Work towards it. You know, things might knock you to the side, to the left, to the right, but stand strong, knowing this is the direction that you want to go. Understand that setbacks are a natural part of your journey, of their journey. So help them to understand that. Encourage exploration, you know, of different roles through extracurricular activities. You know, some kids like football, some people don't. Some kids like baseball, some people don't. Let them explore. They might like hockey and didn't ever know they were going to like hockey. But the most important thing is to help the students develop a plan to achieve their goals. That is something I can't say more about. Work on developing a plan. Set goals and develop a plan. You know, life is challenging, and just because we have students that are struggling and have no one to help them. So just sometimes we have people. I thought I had something on my teeth. I see something. I don't know what's happening here. Uh, we don't get that encouragement at home. Sometimes it's in us, but we don't know why it's in us. We don't know what it is. We don't know what to do with what we have. And then we run across a teacher that is great, a teacher that helps us and that help us find direction, help point us in the right direction. That is awesome to have, and I think we could be that for our students. And that I just can't emphasize that enough. That we need to help the students to understand the direction they go in life. It involves a combination of guidance, exploration, and encouragement. Really, it does. And being a teacher, students look up to us to be that for them. You know, we can help them gain clarity, direction for their future, ensuring that they are prepared to make informed decisions and pursue a meaningful path in life. I can't say that enough. This is something that I have come across. Students, I help my grandson so much, help him with his path, and now he's on his way. He just graduated Friday, and I'm so excited about that because he even set a plan. He knew what he wanted, and then he kept going until he got there. He pursued it till he didn't stop until it was over, and now he's entering a career that he wants. He found a job that he wants that will lead him into his own path when he gets done with this. That he'll be an entrepreneur in his own right. Like, he's ready. He has the goals in mind, those smart goals in mind. Everything, it was attainable to him. And he had me. You know, not everybody has me. Not everybody has their teacher for a mom or grandmom for a teacher. So we are teachers, and we have students, 20, 10, 30 students at a time. You may be a specialist, and you may have every student in the school. You have up to 500 and something students. And that is something, that is a gift, that is an honor that you could speak into the lives of these students because you help them with direction. I promise you, there are people leaving high school with no direction, nothing. They don't know what to do. They have no clue. They're out here having babies or making babies, and then they're sitting up not knowing what to do. And then people are putting them down, and they're feeling lower and lower. But we can help lift them up before they even get there, before they get to the end. And nothing wrong with having a baby. Nothing. Sometimes that is what pushes people, but let's plan that thing. Let's work it. Let's work it. Let's work it. Teach the students to get your career first and then get a family. Do it that way. But if your goal is a family, how are you gonna get there? What are you gonna do? That kind of thing. So as an educator, I don't know if we know, but this is something that, God has gifted us with, and we need to recognize that. So, again, I am Ronette Branham, here to offer biblical strategies for effective teaching. You say that is maybe I didn't offer a biblical strategy, but they're all biblical strategies because they said, train up a child in the way he will go. When he's old, he will not depart. Teach a child how to learn. Teach a child how to look for direction, how to research and engage and be motivated. All of that is biblical. All of that is biblical strategies. And I thank you again for tuning into Educators with Oil, where we provide biblical strategies for effective teaching. Thank you and have a blessed day.